Hello, my friends, and welcome for coming to visit my shaved in for another shave. Today is following Barber Dave's lead, takes a kind of a nostalgic turn, thinking about my first forays into shaving as far as with blades. I was an electric man until, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago. My father shaved with electric razors, and so that's all I ever knew until my electric razor took a crap on me, and Dad had already passed, and I found a cache of his pre-electric shaving duties, and that included in there this Henckell 8081. It was in pretty bad shape. Physically it was pretty good shape, but it was dull as a butter knife. It isn't now, I can assure you that. It's a fine razor. Of the gear that he always used Old Spice, and so I've got a good half dozen empties laying under there, and I have a couple of bottles of the Old Spice talcum powder, which was kind of nice to have about. Now, I don't have any Old Spice soap, so because Dad was in the Air Force, he was in the Army Air Force, and then later in the Air Force during Korea. So I'm going with Victory Shaving Company Hell's Wench. I don't know what it says on the bottom, I can't pronounce it, but this is a kind of a cherry flavor, or cherry scent. Not as bad as some other things, and we're using his this is his handle. I've reknotted it. It's a strong set, and the knot is Badger, and it's just sitting there with friction. I just set it in there. It has a plastic or Bakelite collar, and it grabbed hold of it, and I'm afraid to yank it out because I don't want to crack it. So I'm just leaving it in there. If someday it falls out, then maybe I'll glue it back in, but until then it's perfectly fine to stay where it is. This may not match up real great with Old Spice, but I don't care. I don't have to impress anybody. My car is still in the shop. It's been 2 weeks yesterday. Called this morning. They're still putting it together. The guy says he's had plenty of time. I'll have it together today or Monday, because they're closed on Saturday. So I was over Wednesday, and kind of looked at it. Car still looks good, even though it doesn't have any wheels on it, and the back axle assemblies are all kind of all out of kilter because the transmission is taken out, and I'm looking forward to getting her back. As being stranded at home is, well, maybe okay for a short period of time, but when you get up over 2 weeks, it starts to get a little tiresome. This 81 is a full hollow. if you haven't heard already. It's shouting that to everybody. And this is a standard, just a 2-day shave. My last one shaved in between that I didn't film. I probably should have, and probably should have. At least taken pictures and put it in my journal. I apologize for my lack of discipline, but it was just a standard vector shave. I think I may have gotten a little close on the corners here. I got a couple ingrown hairs started here. Spouse unit attacked it. With a pair of tweezers digging in there trying to find the hair. I thought I was going into a second puberty. I thought that would be pretty good. Maybe this time around I'll get body hair. So here's pass one. This soap is, I don't know, is it? This is a soybean, a vegan-based soap, so it rinses real quick, so not going to be a whole lot of after rinse type slickness. It is perfectly adequate for what we're using it for, is a 2-pass straight shave. Good and slick. There's plenty of it there. I got enough for a 3rd pass, but my foot's kind of sore. I stepped on something about a month ago, and it caused plantar fasciitis to kind of flare up. So I'm all taped up and wearing shoes indoors, which breaks all the rules. As far as my mother's concerned, I never wore shoes in the house. This is probably started out life as a 5/8. It's a little bit less than that now. Not quite down to 4/8 yet, but I suspect it was probably my grandfather's. I don't have a lot of memories of him. He passed away when I was 3 years old. So the stories of this razor are lost. That's kind of a shame. Dad used a Schick adjustable Type M for a while when he got real sick, and after I had a Norelco that he liked real well, and he just kind of took it over. So when it quit taking a charge, and he was quite old, he started using Schick razors, and I do have one of those, and in his old kit was a whole mess of, I think there was a just a tack maybe. There was a Fat Boy that was so gummed up that when I cleaned it up, it virtually fell apart. There's Lemon. So I bought my birth year razor somewhere. It's back in the closet. I could probably do a little better right here. Yeah. Now that slickness is off of the Thayers, and we'll do a quick between with the Nivea. Pow! Just a little bit of that. It doesn't take much of the Nivea to nourish the skin, and I'll try to work it into the, at least especially this corner, knocked off. And then this is the real deal gray top. Well, it's been a while since this one's been open. I combined several older Old Spices into one bottle so that there'll be as little oxygen in there as possible so it won't evaporate on us. It should last for a pretty good long time. And then this would be the first time I've tried the talc. So it goes into the old wore out no name aluminum brush, and we'll see how this finishes out. Of course, you get the giant puffs of clouds. And of course, that's going to go great on a black t-shirt. A little on my head so I don't shine so much. And that will do it. Thank you guys for coming by to visit. I'm Major Rich, and you'll find me at the Shaving Cadre along with the other stars. There's Barber Dave, and then there's Nurse Dave. I don't know how to make their things come up there, but if you look for them, you'll find them. and you'll have to look around to find me too. If you're looking at me on YouTube, please at least like, and if you're so inclined, subscribe or hit the ring-a-ling bell, and you'll see all the shaves that I put up. Thank you for coming, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.